While I was doing my BCom, I was not sure whether I want to do my MBA, not, etc. So I made sure I was building my CV, if you will. So lots of extracurriculars, trying to make sure I was always playing sports. I was playing sports. I was doing college festivals, blah blah blah, etc. And very early on, I was clear, and obviously it helps that you get advice from the right people. Where I was going to add brands to my CV early on.
So Kanika, why did you? I know your surname has Totla Agarwal, so there is a clear Marwadi thing here, and Marwadis like to take up commerce. A large percentage of CA rank holders are all Marwadis, so I can understand that there must have been some community push. But why did you take up commerce? Why did you do CA? Was it always in the plan?
Yeah, no, I'm also a rank holder, so it kind of ties in nicely with the Marwadis. But no, actually, so 10th standard you get good marks. You're told science karna hai, right? Obvious hota hai. So when I said, I was very clear early on. I think banya dimag to say I'm going to start my own business at some point. So my family was like, okay, you're going to do science, and I said no, I'm going to do commerce, and I'm going to do CA, MBA, something like that. And my family was not happy. They were like, ऐसे कैसे किलो के भाव बिकते हैं CAs, what are you going to do, blah blah blah. And then it was just, I was very clear. I went on my own, did my whole admission process in NM on my own. Just didn't even think about science honestly, because I knew I was going to start my own business. So I'd much rather understand how money works than go at it a circuitous route.
So I mean, I've always known you as like a super confident, always knows what she wants to do kind of a person. But I'm sure the journey has not been that straightforward, right? I mean, you are a rank holder, CA and all of that. You're also a CFA. But career decisions and the journey, anything you want to tell us about during those days in college and while doing these professional courses, did you feel like, why am I doing this? Did you enjoy studying for CA?
I think I love studying. I'm very sorry to tell you guys, but so let's start, right? One is 10th standard, good marks, saying, okay, I'm going to do commerce. Family's like, what's wrong with you? We say, okay, we're doing it anyway. Come in to do it. And at that point, the paths are pretty clear, right? You do your HSC, and then after that, BCom. Didn't consider BMS mainly because I knew I was going to do my CA. And I actually enjoyed studying because I was always a good student who liked, I liked knowing that there was a path and I'd follow the path, and these are the rules, I'd follow the rules. So it was a constant, I didn't think so much about what my path was. I was always clear, okay, I'll do this, I'll do my CA, then I'll go get a job, then after some time, I'll start my own business. So I had a checklist very early on. It was a 10-year plan, and then I said, okay, I'm just going to do that 10-year plan. And I've more or less done it, but things fall apart pretty quickly in terms of what you plan versus what works out. But yeah, so to answer your question, I think that I knew I was going to do this. Lots of part of what you study are boring, but to me it was really blinkers on, which was paths to something else. And that's what you'll see early on in your career in your 20s also, that a lot of the work you do is pretty shitty. Maybe you don't want to do it. Why am I photocopying things, right? Why am I this intern? But too bad. That's how you start. No one's going to come in and say, here's now design strategy for the company. That's a long journey, and you should not be doing that early on in any case.
So, I mean, I'm sure you would have had to go through articleship as well. And that's one of the things, I mean, I've met two sets of people. There are some people who, after doing articleship, decide, ke boss, ye to mere se nahi hoga. And obviously, you probably enjoyed doing part of that, and you probably learned a lot as well. So, any insight into that time about... So what, you interned with EY or?
Yeah, that's right. So even while I was doing my BCom, I was not sure whether I want to do my MBA, not, etc. So I made sure I was building my CV, if you will. So lots of extracurriculars, trying to make sure I was always playing sports. I was playing sports. I was doing college festivals, blah blah blah, etc. And very early on, I was clear, and obviously it helps that you get advice from the right people, where I was going to add brands to my CV early on, right? Quality of work was not as important to me as having the right brand that I'm working for, because what ends up happening is that the work you do get early on gets discounted, but the company you work for doesn't, right? So it's kind of a trade-off between what you end up learning early on versus otherwise. So for me, went to EY to do my articleship. I was a good student, marks are good, so I got in and I joined the tax team. Wasn't going to do audit. If I got audit, I would not do it because even I have to draw the line somewhere, right? I won't do anything. So and I find audit extremely boring. So tax, regulatory stuff. So there we were advising. MNCs on their entry strategy into India, or how their taxes work in India, or what is your transfer pricing situation? How do you pay taxes for your employees who are seconded to India? Things like that. So it's pretty fun, interesting work. And again, you go to these firms and you think, okay, I'm only going to get to do shitty things. That's not really true. If you are willing to do the hard work, ask the right questions, be curious, it's not that hard for people to say, okay, she's interested and she's not just coming in and phoning it in, so let's let her do more stuff. So I think all of my cohort within articleship, I was doing some of the more interesting work within EY as well. But yeah, I'm part of the second cohort, which my last day of CA was my last day of articleship. So April 23rd I was done, April 24th I was in another job. So my plan was not to continue doing tax.
So was there any clear direction in finance that you want to become an investment banker, or you want to enter the markets, or that you wanted to maybe join a more stable corporate banking kind of a job? Did you have any such aspirations?
Yeah, so we studied for CAT together, right? And just around when you're studying for CAT, when you go into your MBA interviews, they ask you, where do you see yourself, or what's your career path looking like? So that's when I started seriously thinking about what's next, and venture capital was very clearly to me the most interesting thing you can be doing. Essentially what that allows.
But how did you, so again, this is like 2007-8 times. How did you know that venture capital is because it was not cool in 2007 for sure.
It wasn't cool.
So who guided you that venture capital mein entry marna, ya try to get there, because that's the thing you are saying. It was clear to me I wanted to go to venture capital.
No, मैंने randomly word suna venture capital, and I went and googled it. What is venture capital? And then I realized this is so fun. You're just getting to learn new So I also have attention span issues where I can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. And what it looked like with venture capital was that you get to learn new industries, you get to talk to lots of different people, you look at new startups. So every single time you're almost learning something completely new, right? And for me, upskilling or trying to make sure that I was learning something new every single day was very, very important, right from very early. So I was reading the newspaper from very early on, didn't understand half the words, still reading them, and then slowly you understand. And the same thing happened with venture capital, or why I wanted to get into that. So once I decided that that's what I wanted to do, for an engineer, there are lots of paths to get there. As a CA, it's harder because you're usually at a CA firm, or max you'll go into investment banking. So again, then I ended up talking to a lot of people. So it helped me that some of my friends were from IIT Bombay, and then you go and talk to some people already in venture capital. So I did a lot of talking to people to figure out how do I get in. And it looked like the path was, again, kind of shitty. So that's when I went to Credit Suisse. But it's not like I get Credit Suisse front office, right? You're a CA, you have no experience. I went Credit Suisse middle to back office, where I was working with Hong Kong telecom, media and technology, where I was doing things like pitch book banao, pitch book ke liye logos dhondo, Samsung ka logo la ke PPP, like it was horrible work. But the whole point is that it did two things for me. I was 3 years at EY, and then after that I went to Credit Suisse middle office, which is not that hard for CAs to get into. They have a reasonably good program. I don't know if it exists anymore. But what it does is it teaches you how big corporates operate, what processes look like, how you should communicate. Your communication style becomes clear. Even things like fonts, capitalizing words, grammar, it's very underrated, and none of this is taught to us, and it's very important to just polish yourself a bit. And when you work with large companies, that's what ends up happening. You just become a little more polished and ready for your next roles. And then from there, a headhunter reached out and said there are these 2-year MBA, pre-MBA programs, a couple of venture capital funds. I interviewed, I got a job, and then I went to work there for about 4 years.
Like you had it all figured out.
No, I
very
didn't.
early.
Okay, so I had parts of it figured out, right? I said I want to do this, then I want to do this.
Like your goals were clear.
Yeah, I knew my goals. Now, path is something everyone has to figure out. Now, if someone comes in and says, okay, my goal is to, be on TV and be a CNBC anchor, they'll have a different path. And they did, right? Some of these girls from NMR, CNBC anchors. So they were not going to Credit Suisse, but you have to have some version of a path or a goal ready to go do it. And then it may not work out, but without that, you're just going to sort of float through job to job, doing something mediocre that you may or may not enjoy.